After 100 years of prohibition, the 2018 Farm Bill has opened up opportunities in accessing the benefits of cannabinoid-based products. CBD and hemp are rising in popularity, and the industry is set to exponentially grow even further.
Hemp is used by the population for a number of different ailments. It's used for more restful sleep. It's used to treat inflammation associated with arthritis and other pain just associated with growing old. Subjects also use it for anxiety. They find the effects of CBD and some of the other components, other cannabinoids present, soothing and restful.
We're finding that the consumers are becoming much more sophisticated and much more knowledgeable about health and wellness. And what we're finding with consumers in CBD is that they're able to use it for a lot of different conditions in a way that they can control the dosages themselves. They're able to really specifically look at different areas of concern and use these products in a way that typically they might have had to go and get a prescription for.
There's been a lot of research on CBD from academic labs that have really elucidated some of the pathways involved. It's known to interact with the endocannabinoid system. It involves two main receptors, CB1, CB2. CBD is known to affect those receptors in a different way. Rather than turning them on, they actually kind of block the action of it. And that's why you get differential effects. THC with its more psychoactive effects, CBD doesn't have any psychoactive effects.
Not to be confused with marijuana, CBD oils and their extracts have become very popular for many consumers, but it's critical to remember that not all products are of the same quality.
So the processing of hemp is actually a really neat process. It starts off with the hemp plant that contains the cell wall, the proteins, DNA, and the cannabinoids and fats and waxes. And then you extract this by a few different processes, but that essentially removes CBD and anything that is waxy and oily. What comes out from that first extraction process has a kind of waxy peanut butter consistency. And that contains maybe about 50 to 60% CBD. That goes into the next step of refinement, which is called winterization. Essentially, you add an alcohol to it, it dissolves, and the waxes get removed in that process. That final refined product is called full spectrum oil. And that oil contains a lot of ingredients that are thought to be medicinal, in addition to CBD as well. From there, it undergoes another stage of refinement, which is distillation. That then removes one of the other components, terpenes, and increases the potency to roughly 85%. And then the final stage of refinement is crystallization, where you dissolve it in another solvent and essentially you form crystals that is basically pure CBD. You end up with 99+%.
Making quality CBD takes precision and accuracy. Vantage Hemp approaches their hemp processing with a science-based, data-driven approach to provide the highest quality CBD and CBD extracts.
So there's two main drivers at Vantage Hemp, quality and safety, and we treat them as equally important. The industry itself and the equipment and processes that we use to extract CBD and the various cannabinoids from hemp require basically dangerous processes. We use volatile and flammable solvents during the process, and we have to have the employees in these environments. So we have to operate safe. We have probably one of the most advanced fire and gas detection systems in the industry within this facility. Because we've designed our processes not only with safety in mind, but also quality, it contributes to high quality extracts at the end of the day. We are a facility that has been designed to be fully compliant with the FDA regulations for good manufacturing practices. So that allows us to ensure the quality of our end products, to ensure that subjects and patients who use our products are getting the highest quality CBD and CBD extracts.
I believe there's an industry shift right now where a lot of people are starting to recognize that diet and well-being are interlinked, and it's really quite important for people to understand where their medicine is coming from. So there is a shift to more plant-based therapies. One thing I find very interesting about this industry is the anecdotal evidence. For instance, I have a friend of mine who's a 25-year career in enforcement, and he suffers from a lot of PTSD, and he was also in Vegas for the shooting, and he's been using CBD for over a year and effectively said it's completely altered his life. It helps with his anxiety, sleep, and just generally with all of his PTSD. So to have someone so close to me have this impact is pretty powerful.
Even with the highest quality, legal, and widely used products, there are roadblocks to mass adoption. In the states where hemp and CBD are normal, the industry has flourished into large-scale sustainable enterprises.
Some of the challenges we've been having are really around financing and access to logistics and other traditional services that a typical business would have access to. I do believe that the legislation variance between marijuana and CBD is a challenge. It's very confusing for businesses and also consumers, and that is one area that really needs to shift in the next 12 months.
Here at Vantage, we'll be staying current with technology as it develops so that we produce the highest quality extracts with the most efficient process.
To learn more about Vantage Hemp Company and its products, visit vantagehemp.com or email info@vantagehemp.com.